Can you hear my dog crunching in the background? Dog food. Hi, my name is Jill Elizabeth, and I would describe myself as a Wired for Danger woman, a dog mom of twins. I would show you, but then I'd have to move the camera. And I live, for right now, a road culture life. So this is inside the cab of my truck, which really makes up the bulk of our home. I'm going to take a deep breath because I have had a crazy morning. And so I'm coming to you because I wanted to make a video. I'll do that in just a second. But I also want to say hi. So I'm coming to you right now because my plan was to make several videos today. But this has been a crazy, crazy morning. And deep breath, my commitment is to bring you these focus videos on Sunday, and I need to get it done. And so here we are with noise in the background, crummy lighting, and not the best location because all of that kind of blew up this morning. And the reason why I want to point that out is because this morning I had a lot to do. I was up at 3:30. I spent, 6 hours moving as fast as I can to get all these different kinds of things work and done. I had to get the lights in here resoldered. I had to put food away. I had to prepare I don't like beef jerky. I make biltong. I have to walk the dogs, take care of the dogs, cook for us, feed for us, get water, get my ice, because I luckily have one cold drink a day. And I can go on and on, laundry, blah, 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 blah. I have a lot to do. And part of what happened is this morning when I was doing my journaling is I heard a comment by J.D. Vance, which just sent me over the edge, and I got all agitated. And so I made this loud, obnoxious video because I was so frustrated. So I'm middle-aged, childless. I love cats, but I have dogs. And hey, JD and Tucker, get a grip. We're not all crazy. And then I had a family message that upset me, and taking a deep breath, I thought, this isn't who I want to be. This isn't how I want to be. This isn't what I want to be with you. Reactive, upset, in the drama of day-to-day life. And that was really my point, with the whole thing with political people, is that, he was attacking women who don't have children in middle age, saying we're all angry and to blame for everything that's gone wrong out in the world. And it infuriates me because every woman I know is working really hard, just trying to hang on, take care of the family and the people that she cares about. And there's just a lot going on right now. And it's all we can mostly do to just get by. We don't have time to be running for political office or shaking hands or running with the big boys. But yet we are at the effect of their decisions. And, what I really wanted to make in that video that I want to do with you here is I wanted to calm down. And I wanted to make these 2 points. One is that, we glorify people on the basis of their opinion, but we ignore people and the integrity of their actions. So all of our status and value is placed on what we say, and almost no status and value is placed on what we do. And all the good people I know, they don't talk very much. They're just doing a lot without advertising it. And I think that's something that all of us, men, women, and children, should really ingrain in ourselves and think about. My walk and my talk. And I try desperately every day to walk my talk. So that was the first thing. And the second thing is that nothing changes at the political level. The only way anything's going to change out in the world is when we change it within ourselves first. And that is the whole point of these Sunday videos, is it's me trying to stick to something consistent, looking for other women of all ages who really want to dig deep within and change us and stop looking without and pointing fingers at all the others to blame and never taking responsibility for our own personal lives. And, he made a good point. that children should be of value, but his actions say entirely otherwise. You know, the angry cat ladies who in blue cities who may spout rhetoric that frustrate most people, it's not completely without some merit. And so, you know, we've devolved into this world where we're so reactive and hyper vigilant about what everybody else out in the world is doing politically and online and socially. And there's no change that doesn't occur within ourselves first. And that's the real message, you know, of these Sunday videos. It's not to tell you blah, 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 right? Not to tell you what you want to hear, but to challenge each of us to focus on what we want to change. And nothing is going to change for children, for other women, and for all of us on this world and in our lives until we do the work within ourselves. But that isn't popular because you have to actually do something. You have to take action. You have to actually function with some reflective thinking versus pointing fingers at tiny infinitesimal subgroups of people and then blaming the entire world's problem on this tiny little subset. And that's a whole, like I said, I have a whole diatribe on that video, but I wanted to just check in again. So my name is Jill Elizabeth. I have a Substack, and I'll have the link below. And each Sunday I post this video, and then I post over at Substack with this video, plus other things that really challenge us to think about our own lives, to decide what we want to focus on and how we want to organize our day. And last week, you know, I asked us to think about how to organize our week. What part of the week, what day or what time each day or one day a week that we choose to interact with ourselves and our own thinking and our own feeling and our own actions, and reflect, what can I do? What do I want to focus on? What's important to me to change within myself so that same change can be reflected out in the world? And that's a big ask because there's no glory, there's no status, there's no financial reward, and there's no immediate feedback system, right? Because obviously you can tell the views on my channel are crashing because I'm starting to try to talk about something that's real, that's practical, that's substantive. And, you know, when I went off this morning in this first video that I'm choosing to not post, it's a clickbait because it's infuriating to hear men speak to women with glee in their voice about their righteousness and how wrong and bad we are, because if we get angry, God forbid, and yet they never talk about what the real source of the problems are. And it's hard to listen to that and not be a little reactive to it. So that's the purpose of these videos. That's, you know, what I'm doing here with the dogs in my tiny little box is trying to really find a way to be in the world where I can move forward in a positive and productive way, creating real change, focusing on my personal healing, talking to you about a collective healing with just us as women. And moving forward, not because we're going to be rich or famous or popular, but because the only true hope for change is to be willing to do the work within yourself first. Big ask. Tiny reward. No idea how to move forward with that other than one day at a time, one breath at a time, and one tiny idea at a time. So I hope that you will join me over at Substack. I hope you will subscribe so that you can get these delivered to your email on Sunday mornings, and you can choose Sunday or another day, but just finding a way to anchor and to create focus and accountability in a way that we are working to move ourselves forward versus congratulating ourselves that we think our opinion is the right thing. I believe action and integrity speak far louder than any words. And with that, my friends, we'll all just breathe one more time, and I will see you next time.